song is called La 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 La, right at VMC Planet Radio. It is by Mr. Sivhara Mulaudzi. You know, the interesting thing about this song is that he says, even if ningato shara mavu kazuliwa zwanga, nathi ngabinda wara na lutihi. Sivhara Mulaudzi, you know, the interesting thing again is that, you know, we are busy setting up, and I'm telling you, we are plugging him. And you are going to be hearing instruments that are being played live right here at VMC Planet Radio. You know, you actually have to be here to experience what is actually happening right here. And we are also about to go live on Facebook, so that you can be able to also watch what we are doing right here at VMC Planet Radio. And just to prove to you that we do our things live right here at VMC Planet Radio. And I'm still saying, for all those musicians, artists, up-and-coming artists, who wants us to play their music right here at VMC Planet Radio, and I'm calling upon you to bring your songs here. You can also catch me on my Facebook, inbox me if you want to send your music, because we promote local content and local artists as well right here at VMC Planet Radio. Irrespective of how many minutes your song has, it is exactly 19:07 right here at VMC Planet Radio on the 27th of 2022. In fact, I just saw a text that says I've been saying 28. But in any case, we are easing you into Monday, and which will be the beginning of the week and the end of February as well, which will be tomorrow. Now, you can reach us on the number 0624508619. You send us a WhatsApp note, or you send us a WhatsApp itself. You can type. You also can be able to, send us a voice note as well. You know, I've just been checking here. I can see there's quite a lot of people that are actually listening. And I want to say big up to Gerald from MYC. Mzansi Youth Creatives. He just texts me and says, I am actually enjoying the show tonight, Mr. Stan. Don't forget, my name is Mboneni Stan Mulaudzi. Wachirata hamchongo ndi wachimbuve champakazira chamkwai na msuku. Ndari Mulaudzi ari nataba dzashu ndi madamu avasidzana. And vosivara vodana vasidzana vavo namuse. Oh, it's going to be very, very, very interesting right here at VMC Planet Radio. Mr. Sivhara, kama tosendera tsininyana kama hiki. Just so that people can hear that you are already here. Let's just take the cable and, yes, exactly. Good evening. So very happy. Right here, like inside. Can you see we are inside like ngangum?
Greetings to you all Ja people. Sivhara Mulaudzi. We're gonna be with Mr. Stan here.
Yeah.
Tonight until the program.
Somebody said to me, I am actually bragging too much, when I'm saying I'm going to be having you in the studio. And a lot of people are saying, perhaps I'm making it up that Mulaudzi arnataba zashini madama vasizana.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so simple. That means Mulaudzi can look after their women than anybody. Yeah.
Hey, that's very interesting. So he is here, he's getting ready, and you are going to be hearing some more tunes here. So what can we expect? What is it that you're going to play?
We're going to give them some few songs live here in the studio. Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 tracks. Amba live in the studio.
And right?
And then we're gonna talk a lot. Yeah.
So there is actually a song. It's called La La La. Now, very interesting song, very interesting lyrics. Sometimes your lyrics make me wonder. Yeah. So let's talk about those lyrics of that particular song, La 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 La. How did they come about?
La 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 la, just a simple song. Yeah, the meaning of the song is like even if you can do something wrong to me, I don't just get angry. Yeah.
I'm trying to look for a text, right? Oh yeah, I found it. Somebody asked the question. They say I must ask you this question. They knew you were coming here, right?
Okay.
And then they say, is it true that if they clap you on the right, you're gonna give them the left as well?
Yes, I do that.
So but I would say but asibatu asimutu wadzindwa zvine vaita zvone ndizori vazvidiva uri varaudze vana tava dzavo ndima demo vasidzana. So who do we have with you?
Actually, this is a family band. Yeah, Mr. Stan know about this. Ndina Walter. Ndimutwane uri tuse kutamba lead guitar. My daughter here Murumwa. She play bass guitar. And you must know she's only 12 years old now. My wife is here. She play keyboards for us. She play keys, backing vocals for us, man.
And I'm as I'm talking to you, I'm searching. There's something that I need to search, right? It is actually written about you. In fact, about Murungwa, right?
Yes, Murungwa.
They say Murungwa actually mesmerized people in Zimbabwe, Botswana, and in Malawi, so much so that they did not want her to come back with you.
Yeah, in Malawi especially, we went there with Murungwa. She was 8 years old by then. Yeah.
They say she was 10 years of age when you were in Malawi.
Yeah, it was 8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, it was 8.
Okay, they.
Am I wrong? Yeah, she was 8.
Yeah, okay, she was 8 years of age.
Playing bass guitar for us. Yeah, she could play the whole night from 12 o'clock in the midnight until in the morning, playing bass guitar.
So how has she grown so far in the music?
Yeah, she's improving. She can play keyboards as well. She can play any instrument. But bass guitar, yeah, she's the best on bass because I taught her to play bass guitar.
The bass guitar, right?
Yeah.
But this question, I'm gonna ask her this question, right? Just closer to the mic. You can use your mom's mic there, right? How does it feel to be in the musical family?
It actually feels nice because it's nice for me to be experiencing something that others cannot do.
Oh, were you taught to answer like that?
No.
Oh, okay. That was so profound coming from a 12-year-old. Eh? So you've grown so much in music.
Yeah.
That's very nice. So we are gonna just let me know when you are ready. Let's just do the sound check. Yeah. Aha, we can hear. Okay, let's hear the bass as well. That is the sound of Mr. Sivhara Mulaudzi. This is just a taste of what you're going to get tonight, right? So we have guitars. Everything is plugged now. And we are just, I don't know what is the song that we're going to start with, but in any case, I know that whatever it is that you're going to play is actually live. And we're doing, it for the first time right at VMC Planet Radio. And you can also check on my Facebook page, is Mboneni Stan Mulaudzi. You will see us, we're doing this thing live right at VMC Planet Radio. And I can promise you that, if you finding it a bit difficult, to maybe tune in, just go to Facebook. It's Mboneni Stan Mulaudzi on Facebook. And this is where we are going to be playing a lot of songs from Mr. Sivhara Mulaudzi. You can also call me.
Call Mr. Stan on 062-450-8619.
You are now tuned into VMC Planet Radio, Beyond Tomorrow.
You are with Mr. Stan on VMC Planet Radio, www.vmcplanetradio.co.za.
There we go.
When the two elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. When the two elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. Which is the position of civilian, oh Lord, I cry. Which is the position of civilian, oh Lord, I cry. Oh, we go suffer. Africa, we go cry. Africa, we go suffer. Elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. When the two elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. Oh, we go suffer. Africa, we go cry. Zimbabwe, we go suffer. They have no mercy for the children. They have no mercy for the old ones. Them are bigger foolers. Them are bigger. Oh, we go suffer. Africa, we go cry. Africa, we go suffer. Zimbabwe, we go cry. Mozambique, we go suffer. They have no mercy for the children. Two elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. When the two elephants are fighting, the grass will suffer. Africa, we go suffer. No, 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 no. Them are bigger foolers. Oh, we go suffer. Africa, we go cry. They have no mercy for the children. They have no mercy for the old ones. Them are bigger foolers. Oh, we go suffer. Africa, we go cry. Yeah, this one was called Them Are Bigger Foolers.
Them are bigger?
Fool us.
Okay.
Yeah. Weapon conflict.
So this one says, when two elephants are actually fighting, the grass is actually going to suffer. And what are we playing next?
Sivhara Nonchonisa. Sivhara is my name, eh?
Yeah. Sivhara Nonchonisa. Sivhara, you actually disappointed me. You embarrassed me, Sivhara,
Yeah.
Okay.
Dichini funa hani Sivhara. Dichidini munna ni fanana ba. Nashaba nasiya muti Sivhara. kana dziyanga usara na nyina ani yashonisa nyadiva Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa Sivhara Sivhara nonchonisa ndichinifuna hani Sivhara ndichidini munna nifanana ba nashava nasiya muti Sivhara kana dziyanga wasara na nyina ani yashonisa nyadiva Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa Sivhara Sivhara nonchonisa ababo Sivhara ni vatonyera vamwe ndidzindauvo ambara mikumba yangu shonisa nyadiva Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa Sivhara Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa nyadiva Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa Sivhara Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa nyadiva Sivhara nonchonisa ani yashonisa Sivhara Sivhara nonchonisa
This one is called Sivhara nonchonisa. Interesting, eh?
Yeah, Sivhara vashonisa na chimwe chifini Sivhara oshavasiya muti
Okay.
kara dziyangosara nanyi.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Do we have to play other one?
You can play, maybe that's the last one, and then we sit down and we talk.
Yeah. Murumwa will tell us which one. Okay. Nisongo Museya. This one, Nisongo Museya.
Okay.
Ndizvone okakatera namadhevhu rikomubona ndizvone okakatera namadhevhu rikomubona nachitovosa kombe chonomera limwe duva mutu udonimangadzawo limwe duva mutu anganimangadzawo machero onova Sivhara chanu ningadova nezvimunyu Nisongo Museya 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 Nisongo Museya
Nisongo Museya
limwe duva mutu udonimangadza
mutu wanganimangadza
limwe duva mutu anganimangadza
mutu wanganimangadza
Nisongo Museya Nisongo Museya Nisongo Museya
mutu Nisongo Museya
His name is Sivhara Mulaudzi. You know, if you go on, on Google and you search for him, you are bound to see Sivhara Mulaudzi keeps the vibes flowing. And he had been keeping the vibe flowing for the past, let's say, 15 minutes right here at VMC Planet Radio. We are, on the internet. We are the internet radio station. Soon to be actually having the frequency as well, right at VMC Planet Radio. We are on the net, we are on the World Wide Web, and we make sure we don't only entertain you, we educate you as well. Now, Bosibar.
Nah.
Beautiful music, eh?
Yeah, music in Wabuto.
And, I read somewhere, and you were talking about, is it Benjamin, right? And
Bingyman.
Bingyman, right?
Bingyman.
You said, I am trying to show that most of the time people are hurt by those they love, which is really a bad thing, right? And the name Benjamin suggests a person's closest friend who then betrays the one who loves him or her.
Yeah, Bingyman, the track is talking about a friend who betrayed me. Yeah, and Ishimujasa Konani, Atini, the close friend. But at the end of the day, he's the one who would have disappointed me. Yeah.
And then we also played a song called La 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 La, right?
Yeah.
And this was a song that you did during the lockdown, right?
Yes.
And you've got also a song called Rotambura. So is reggae always conscious for you, like all the time?
Yeah. There is
So riyapanga zvine zvakuita apa lepasini.
Yeah, riyapanga zvine zvavasikuita ngachipinga chenecho. Na zvimwe zvine rakuzvibona uri ungaita zvimwe zvinokuita namusi. Zvichidokhosa zvimwe zvamachero.
Zvamachero. Okay. Now, do you sometimes dream about a song and then you wake up and you write the song, or it does not happen to you?
It happens sometimes. They know, family knows about it. Sometimes I wake up, then I say, let me record this song.
Oh, okay.
I dream about this song. Let me record it now, maybe on the phone, so that I won't forget it tomorrow when I go to studio. Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to talk about your journey into the music, right? And but before we even talk about your journey into the music, the fact is that when you started with music, you had no intention of recording music. You actually loved music so much that you pick up, a guitar, drums, anything that makes sound. It is said here that you were just interested in producing sound.
Yeah, actually, ndoita music for a long time without recording. But at the end of the day, I've decided to go to studio because nyimbo dzova dzonodalesa.
And
I didn't want to die with something in me. So I want to reach better.
The interesting thing about it is that in most cases, often than not, people will tell you that if you go to the graves, that's where a lot of ideas are actually lying. And I like the fact that your ideas are not going to lie in the, in the graves. So your music will remain, and I know for some people, or for a lot of people, that it is actually engraved in our heart. So nobody's going to be able to erase that because your music has gone like all over the world. I mean, people in the continent, love your music as well.
Yeah, in Venda we can say, sizwabuduti badenje ngachirundu.
Azuzwabuduti badenje ngachirundu.
Yeah, ngachirundu.
Ngachirundu, sorry.
Yeah. So, zvikotambura arali vachikobona bana zvine vangazviveya chedzani light. Zviva zvikobambori vangasipedze vachikozviveya svisvino. Yeah, you have to go out there and show people what you can do for them.
So ari ambe akaku ndige.
Akaku ndi njerere ngangeno. Vatu vane vadzula kaku vanga vachizidiwa uri ari ndasvika ari vachidiwa petuna pfe Mpepu Resort. ndi tezila side dza njelele zvakuti vhudi akhaku ri nga tori ndi njelele.
Akaku ndi njelele. Now, is this the place where you grew up?
Yeah, I was born in a village, Kaku village. But from there, we moved on to other village. They call it Domboni. Yeah, we went there, no genetical learning until, but for now, today, Ndibudzura Elim.
Elimangange
Amaira.
Oh, Amaira.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. At least you cut a bit of a distance when you go into Joburg, you know. So some kilos.
Yeah.
So Amaira, who Amaira?
Amaira, right. Even asikalenga manda ndodzura one, but yeah, in the Brega wood.
Are people embracing you from Amaira as a musician?
Yeah, they know.
So
because even on 15th of April, I'll be performing there in Amaira.
15th of April, the performance there, Amaira. So people that stays close by, next to you, wherever you live, what type of a neighbor are you to them?
I'm just a simple person. Vanja like anyone, mutu mwana mumwe. Yeah, ndichira navo ngandire ndachira na mutu mwana mumwe ngayo.
Oh, okay. You see, most of the question I'm going to ask because I know you very well. Ne? Yeah. I might skip some of the things. You know, they say when you know somebody, sometimes it becomes difficult to ask a question because you'll be a bit biased. You'll be asking mostly questions that interest you. But let's try. So let's start by Akaku. You left Akaku at what age?
I was 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yeah.
So you didn't start your schooling there.
I started in I didn't start there. I started in another village called Domboni.
Domboni, right? Tombo, is it because unama tombo manje?
Yeah, matombo, there are matombo, they all over, stones all over. They call it Domboni because all over is stones.
Yeah. And then at what age did you pick up a musical instrument?
I started playing this musical instrument while I was still young. But you know, Robert Shitambanga is the toy, like a toy. Richie did that at the gate.
The skoti or
yeah, with the
tin oil. Yeah, oil kana ya paraffin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But when I play with other boys, I could feel that this one yanga in a ruambo in a direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you started playing. Were you able to even get a chance to play in church?
No, I didn't play in church. But no jaina kereke, but there were no instrument by the church that I was.
Rakoto banda zwanda.
Yeah, rakoto banda zwanda. Arakuridza chigubu.
Do you still have the moves though?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what is your favorite, or what was your favorite instrument, and what is your favorite now?
My favorite instrument is guitar. Yeah, but I can play different instruments. I can play keyboards, drums. I can play, but my favorite instrument is guitar. And there is no one who taught me how to play guitar. The goodies.
Okay, Zino Minwai Babi.
Yeah, Baba. Yeah, Baba Maria Doe. That is Minway and Gayorali. Yeah. Naya wanga fara mino yanga ba pressa ba do zvipfori ungo na tsimbi apa ngango ungasifane na wawo.
Okay, so zambori arali vatori va donora muthu nga mpama udo zvipfori ndo nga chanda cha munhu.
Yeah, ngatifonga urwa nga tsimbi mara urwa nga mpama.
So and then what is your least favorite, the instrument that you don't like, like you like it the least, like shine abatu chifunesa ngamanga?
No, I can't say I like all instruments, but the problem I can't play all of. Yeah.
On the list of instruments that you can play, I saw saxophone is not listed.
Saxophone is there. I did trumpet. And even if you can listen to that album, the one la 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 la.
Yeah.
It's a live saxophone there.
I could tell, but I see it was not listed as one of your instruments.
Yeah, it was not listed, but it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
And who was playing it there?
It's the other guy from Messina. His name is, I forgot the name because I just hired him for recording.
For that period of time.
Ivan Kwakande, something like that.
Oh, okay.
So I saw him somewhere playing for this group, Cornerstone. He was playing here in Malvern. Then I approached him for playing saxophone for me.
So let's talk about your life in secondary school. How was it like?
As I said, I was just a simple person. Yeah, you know, nendi mutu ane ara indina something in me. Ndiamba straight. Atina zvisoro, tina zvichele.
So were you playing music there?
Not at school, but home. Yeah, rohura richimba yani, like in the evening with our parents, we used to sing traditional songs. We used to play drums. Yeah, richitamba magogo kwa yababona. Richidimba, but when time goes on, ndazvibona ura izvanga zvungai zvitungonyana nazvavanga. Let me try something.
Okay. Now, resa to that car reggae music. What was the first ever instrument you bought with your own money?
Hey, guitar never this acoustic. It's my first guitar.
That one?
Yeah, this one. The one I was playing now. It's my first guitar. Until from there I bought the keyboards. I started playing keyboards. Yes.
I want to ask a silly question purely because somebody asked me this question, right? Now, it is on that other phone, but I remember the question. Because, somebody says, I know he's coming, so ask him a question. So they wanted to know if you force your family members to play music or they also have the same passion as you.
No, I didn't force them. First, it was my wife. When I recorded my first album, she was there. We were staying together. But then some other guy told me, "Nee, man, why you don't try your wife to for backings in the studio?" I said, "No, she can't sing." Because
but did she hear that? When
the one was Deburuaim.
Oh, okay. But was she there when you answered like that?
Yeah, the guy's name was called Tiwa Matiwa.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, let me try. Achimba ndazvipfurai man. Ndova ndotamboda this time. Ndidzura namutu unoimba.
Yes.
So we went to studio, record album. My first album, she's the one who was baking. So from there, I continue on Shumanai. She was a backing vocal for the band. Chipinga chichia, ndaluza bamwe ba the band members. Then when I talked to her, uri ndiko todozama uri ndiwane bamwe vatu mutu anangatamba keyboard. You know what she said to me? She said, "No, before you try someone, try me."
Yeah, very
maybe I'm the one who can play these keys.
And to tell you the truth, we are also going to talk to her with regard to her playing, right?
Yeah.
Because I have seen how she plays, and she plays and back at the same time.
Yes.
So you bought the guitar, the guitar that you actually currently have. Now, how close to your heart is that guitar?
Hey, this guitar, I don't sleep. Every day when I come back from work, I must play this guitar before I sleep.
Okay. So, but the good thing is that because the whole family loves music, right?
Yes.
So you are not going to be making noise for them. So let's say you're just playing. Do they join in when they understand the rhythm that you play?
To be honest, I don't force them, but they are lazy to do practice and all that. They don't.
I see Murunga, she's making that interesting face.
Yeah, she used to tell her mother that they're disorder man, why no one would amba bass guitar, because there is a lot to do there. You see. But whenever I want them to join me, they join me. But when I'm playing alone, I just play alone. Because let's do this.
Oh, okay. So and then after buying your first guitar, obviously it was followed by other instruments. Ne? Then you also have a sound system. When did you buy the sound system?
I bought it because we were having a problem. Whenever we need to promote our music outside, regards in a sound. Then I started buying one by one, the speaker and the amps and everything. Because muloro wanga obosi wa urindi dot ambanga the CD.
Which is a
muloro wanga ndo wari music wango tambo live.
Quite a lot of people when you search, I don't know, how often do you search yourself on the internet?
No,
hardly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you see, there's quite a lot of. I saw there was an article that was written by Given Chipiwa Mukwewo, right?
Yes.
And you see, you do see comments there, and most of the people were actually saying it's much easier for them to see you playing live, and be difficult for them to get your music.
Yeah, I don't know how difficult, because wherever I do promotions, they should live CD on.
Okay, perhaps it might have been somebody that just came.
Maybe
there.
someone who's far from where I am.
So, and then Murunga, they say you have played more than 100 gigs. Is it true?
Maybe.
No, because I just see somebody here now. They said they've seen you and play. Now, 2 people now are actually saying they heard that you play, and they went there just to see you. How do you feel about that? Because they said they couldn't believe that a 10-year-old can be a bassist.
Well, they should,
Closer to the mic.
they should believe.
They should believe. But how does it feel now when you're playing and people are ululating and they are happy to see you? How does it feel like inside?
At first, I'll be feeling scared. Then when I continue, I'll be feeling fine and confident.
Oh, okay. So, but how confident are you like now? Because you were playing on radio and a lot of people were listening.
Very confident.
Very confident. But are you happy? Are you happy? What is the future for you in music, as far as music is concerned? Okay, I know you can't say anything now, and can't say a lot, right? Now, if somebody were to say, who is Murunga, can you be able to describe yourself? Like, can you take yourself out of yourself and see Murunga there and describe who Murunga is?
I would say that she's a fun girl who is confident and sometimes scared.
Okay. What answer play tomorrow, Ayan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How do you man? All right. Before we talk to your mother, we're still discussing this thing with your father. So, then you met your wife. What year was that, if you remember? You know, I know I'm putting you on a spot because I know women will remember, but men might not be able to remember.
Now it's a long time. We met in 1996. Yeah, 1996.
1996.
Before you get married. 1996 until we get married, I think 2001 somewhere. 2003. Yeah, 2003.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, and you play, what are the challenges of playing with like your spouse in the band?
I don't get challenges like it's easy. Uri ndichikotamba na family because whenever I need them, they are here with me.
I'm talking in terms of, let's say something is going wrong.
Or something.
Do you like? Are you able to? Okay, there's a difference
Something
between
go wrong in a band, like when we are playing.
Like for instance, maybe one miss a note. Let's say, for instance, let's say for instance, it is you now who is like missing all the notes. What do they say to you? I know you might say it hardly happens, but mistakes are mistakes.
Yeah, it is sometimes because Murunga, if I did mistake, she's the one who used to tell me this is wrong. What you're doing is wrong.
Oh, okay.
But her mother, not so.
Okay, and then if they're making a mistake,
sometimes I fight with them. Yeah.
But
they are perambilu sometimes, but
but I'm sure even when you, I wouldn't call it maybe a fight, but I know they also understand that it comes from a good heart.
Yeah.
So let's go to the madam of the house now. Now I've known you for a number of years now, and you can play, you can sing, and all of those things. How does it feel to be in a musical family?
How can I start this? Ndingari ndizvavudi. Yeah, ndizvavudi duwana ndi mutani unavorutambwa muzika. Because I've learned a lot of things. Zvoenda ndisazvidivi. Yeah, so nane ndidipa ndi proud uri as a woman ndiyakonotamba keyboard zvine zvavori most of music, more special reggae music wodominata sangamanda ka vatu vavanna. So zvichida ka vatu vavafumakazi yesoko no women can do this. So now I'm so happy at least I'm one of those women
that can be able to do something, and I think you're one of the few. To be honest with you, I haven't seen, I think I'm saying like physically with my own eyes, like women that plays instrument, and which also means that your psychomotor is like very strong. At the same time. What type of pressure? Like bana pressure?
No, not at all. Before, yeah. Before I used to have that pressure because but when time goes on,
it become very simple and natural.
Yeah.
Zvino arisokori vato vuya vorenga katara vasongwamba vakwata
naruti katara navyorengwa ndiye
pano mdini ndiye
auna need uri uve na fight ngori tiro terifuna muzika
vote vafuna muzika. So but at what age, at what stage where vachitoma uvona uri haizvi zvithu ndiyazvikona kuzvitamba like naturally, it's like a second nature to me? Ndubva lini?
I think it was 2010 or 11.
For keyboard.
Keyboard,
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
2013. Vakonova like vakotozvipfuurira.
Yeah, ndikaditozviumbura ndichikugudiswa ndinandotoumbera uri ndikumbera kugudisiwa. So ndagudisiwa ndikaditozviumbura my first show. I think it was in Tembisa. Yeah.
Vasangochuwa.
Hey, you. Ndova ndochuwa saizvo like vodala vati ndinotoma ndichikoperforma vatuni. Ndikotouriza ndikotoimba ngatungo like ndikoriza my fingers were all over the keyboard. Yeah.
Mara, how was that show?
Yeah, hey, zvava zvabudinga manda ngori I think Panic yova at our first song cause ndova ndichikototoma. But second song, yeah.
Second song from there. Number one. Oh, okay. We are still having a discussion with the Sivhara family. they have performed all over, the continent. Seli, I'm saying overseas.
Rituwana the invitation, Artuvana ndile usimbeze require one. But just because we're working very hard,
I'm sure you will reach there because you're one of the musicians here in South Africa, right? That is actually recognized for playing live music and playing it beautiful. I'm gonna read something. It's just that this thing is actually taking very long to open, but I am going to do that. So let's see. Maybe before we get that, is there any other song we can play now?
Yeah, we can play other one. Long time.
So we are gonna
our music.
We are gonna listen to next time. Long time. Okay, now let's go. Okay.
A long time ago now. A long time ago now. Take it easy when a lion talk to you. A long time. Don't let it, my children. My grandfather was a slave a long time. My grandmother was a slave a long time. Them took my people away into slavery. They beat them to work like machines, oh God. But now I'm praying to you, Jah, calm down. Jah, calm down. A long time ago now. A longer time. Take it easy when a lion talk. A long time. Don't let it, my children. Don't let it, my children. Don't. My grandfather was a slave a long time. My grandmother was a slave a long time. My grandfather was a slave a long time. Them took my people away into slavery. Them beat them to work like machines, oh God. But now I'm praying to you, Jah, calm down. Jah, calm down.
It is the sound of Mr. Sivhara Mulaudzi right here at VMC Planet Radio. The show is called The Roots Rock Reggae right here. It is 2000 right here at VMC Planet Radio on the 27th of February 2022. Right. Okay. I think now we can put the guitars away, right? And Oh, you know what a beautiful story we are having right here at VMC Planet Radio. And I actually like the fact that you know, this music it's actually coming very, very natural to the whole family. Eh?
Sorry?
I'm saying the music is so natural to the family.
Yeah, it's so natural. We all love music. Yeah.
Now, I'm so let me say this. I'm so excited that we were able to do this. Right? I actually promised the listeners of VMC Planet Radio when the first day I started with this show, I said the first person that I'm going to have before I can even speak to anyone, right, here on the show, it is going to be you, and that has been achieved.
Yeah,
Because you see, I don't know if the people will say it's a preferential treatment. So I want to read something to you, right? I don't know what is your response to that.
Okay.
But let me just read this thing, right? It says reggae music in South Africa is almost forgotten thanks to the little airplay on radio. And then they went on to say that radio in South Africa, especially the SABC, they are actually playing, but very, very, very little. And if any, it will be played at night at some time, And again, not only perhaps at night, it will be maybe during the day, but it will be a very short time. Sometimes if they play a lot, it will only be an hour, right? And then they went on to interview quite a number of people, right? Advocate Sipho Muntula, who's actually goes by the name of Ras Sipho, said this way. He said, firstly, reggae was sidelined by the recording industry. That is why reggae artists went independent and released their own music. It is not true that reggae has a niche following. A niche following. The music is loved by both Rastas and non-Rasta because of the message behind it. Not being played on radio station denied people a chance to hear reggae music. We are grateful that there are few stations like Para Para and Umhlobonen who still gives a play music platform, right? And then he went on and said this. He says, let me find it. I had it. It just moved away a little bit, but I'm gonna get it. So, and then he said, in SA, meaning South Africa, the biggest ethnic reggae music is recorded by Venda artists who sing it in their language. Leading artists include Colbert Mkwebo, Kakati, Shaflas Ragiman, and Sivhara Mulaudzi, whose band includes his 12-year-old daughter, Murungwa, who plays a mean bass guitar. So they say she actually plays a mean bass guitar.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's wrong with you, man. But Rikidaka Pungwelila airplay. This one ingala chipinga cha program yote. Which kwamba
so no we can let's summarize it. Let's just talk about like the major points. I mean, I know the hard work that you put in this music.
Yeah, about airplay. Like you have mentioned Para Para FM. Para Para FM atiboni opambana na dzimwe radio. Is maybe they are playing reggae a lot just because artists inji dza reggae dzione Venda. And dzichikuimba nga Chivenda ndisoko vona ngari navo wava chidova vasa kutamba. This is a big problem nga reggae music play. Yeah, so that's why ndichikori ndambesa ngayo ndingala program yote chipinga chote cha program.
Oh, okay. All right. So okay. Let's just talk about your feelings around it. Zuitori ba file han.
I feel bad, but that's why was the worry. I promote most of the people who know my music. Abangom for radio. Not the promote. I used to go out there to entertain, selling my music. So maybe that's why music wangono which will kono wadana nakavatu vanji because atingosedzana na radio ngamanda because ndanozvivona radio is not supporting us. So it's better to work very hard to promote your own music than uri ndisedzane na radio.
Now, I want you to put on the earphones. Are they not too far from you?
Let me see.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just doing this on purpose so that we speak whilst your music is actually playing on the background. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, because it's a very interesting topic that we're talking about.
Yes.
But I want to assure you that here in this show, right, at VMC Planet Radio, I think we play your music every Sunday, not because you are a Mulaudzi,
Yes. Yes.
but because your music is reggae and it makes sense,
Yes.
right? So I want to assure you that we will always make sure that we promote local music. You can see there we promote local content, we promote local artists, and we make sure that we promote people that are doing good in music.
Yeah, ndiyazviliwa ngamande ne na family. Every Sunday we listen to this program. Riatechelesa ndiyazvipori. Even today we were discussing about this program when we were still outside there. I was explaining to them this program bakozama ngandlela dzote upusha vaimbi vayani. Ndiyatechelesa ndiyazvifa kutambwa na ndingasitoendi kotohamba madzina vaimbi mara ndiyazvifori vava vachikotamba navaimbi vane avaidivi airplay kadzimwe radio station. So zviva zvezvaudi ende zviva zvichikodova zvasumbedza uri levaimakalo sazvinera kuzvivona palori vakupusha vaimbi valokal zvisiya zvichitendisei uri ndizvone zvine vakwamba uri vapromota local artist. Ndina artist dzine ndichidzipfa nawo ndangatomubudza uri ndopfa rwimbo rwanu kutambiwa pa wamangalo uri how come ngauri avangozvidhawayela uri the radio station can do that. Some are just recording but bono peramanda or radio can play their music.
So I want to put you on a bit of a spot, right? Your top 5 international artists. International artists.
Yeah, I can just name them, but
not in any order.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen to music or culture. I listen to Tuesday and the Metals. But now we're in Tuesday and the Metals yeah, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it hits you right in the heart, right?
Yeah, and the Techeresa. Bob Marley, the Techeresa. Peter Tosh, the Derangai sometimes. Yeah, these other guys like Tiken Jah, Fakoli. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah.
So, okay, that is the top, just the... Yeah, okay, yes. Okay, I counted it was your top 7. Okay, it's fine. Now, let's talk about Venda artists, those that sings in Chivenda, or just purely by just being Venda reggae artist. Your top 5 excluding yourself.
avarandifomenga vodhokotera Colbert Mugwevo. Ndina mumwe ane sazvo ndava ndikuambisa zvone apa uri some other guys
that are not being played.
Getting, Katuchero nemapati. I like his music.
So you might can I give you the task to get him to send me his music?
Yes. I'll talk to him. Ndikatu nemapati. Beshi jobless, not because was the I like his music. Rinanchenge. Now asatobana music munji because it looks like he's no more recording now. I like the way he sing. I like his music.
Okay, no, but it's fine. It's fine. I know there's quite a lot that you can mention. Okay, you mentioned 6, but it's fine. I wanted 5. Now, what is the state of like the Venda reggae music?
Venda reggae music was then. Mri tizvo ndito ubeka ngandiraje ngori ndile pungo level yambo reto ngari ari akujiwa
music akujiwa nta
wabona reggae yashu ya ini I don't see any different na reggae yanga
in terms of quality. Yes.
So zidiro yangori inyufuna zvipio like ndi mutu ndito vana choice. But our music, reggae music, Venda reggae music.
Let's talk about the some of the artists that have already passed. You know, the dearly departed. Which collaboration would you like to see of the ones that have already passed? Okay, I know Joseph Hill is gone, Frederick Tutzebet is gone, Bob Marley is gone, Peter Tosh is gone, but there are other musicians, but those that for you think you will want a collaboration, and what type of a song can you write for them?
Students and the Metals in their Fabalan.
Come a collaboration, but you
collaboration
whenever see you, whenever to Wala Rimbo, we go by Kabam Pebara,
when you go over
group Baba group. Rimbangami in Toto.
Gamura.
And then who?
To send the Metals. No one shingam tanga isa. Ara Kodram, Rotang and Shin to Kutanga is over Tenapayan.
International.
National Tanga is a two them the Metals. Bob Marley and seeing and then a Peter Tosh.
Okay, so the 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now Bangangwale Ruimbo apa South Africa. Let's say Colbert Mugwevo says, "Can you write a song for me?"
Already married
Bangamwale. So arre ndi bakanya go bona collaboration yanyi re sengo jenisa bona. Yani nani. Bene abantu be ba collaborate.
Bane abantu be ba collaborate. Wabona umthango na mwamba zoni zvondari capture na mapata. Ndanga mutanganyisa na muthu wanonga Colbert Mugwevo.
And then waburaru rapanganya.
Ara ndopanga mwaburaru. Kamusi musoko tudandari koyu vari Black German.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, like in your playlist, who is there?
They are all there, all of them.
No, I'm saying if you were to, let's say you were to leave your family for, let's say, 90 days, right?
Yeah.
Without seeing them, and you have to go to, let's say, somewhere, right? And they say to you, you are only allowed to take 10 CDs, right? CD albums, in fact.
Yes.
10 albums, including yourself, your one. which one will you take? Your one. Which one will be your one, and which one will be for the others?
It will be difficult for them for that one, yeah. Because
But let's just try. Let's see, like from the top of your, from the top of your head.
playlist,
Not playlist, albums, just albums.
albums for other artists.
Your one, you must just mention one.
My one I can say Big Fat Dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one, and then others. So we're looking for other album. It does not matter. You can mention.
For my album Big Fat Dog,
Yours is one. It's fine. Let's take that.
Yeah.
And then the other albums. Even if you say Tools and the Militars, you can take two. It's fine. But which other albums?
because these other artists, there are some artists that I know their songs, but I don't know which
album. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I'm gonna give you 10 quick questions. Ne?
Yeah.
Don't think about the question, the answer. Just give the answer, right? If you were to be asked to choose if you were to ask to be taken, like one eye has to be taken from you, left or right? If you have to lose one eye, will it be left or right?
If it's a must.
Yes, it's a must. it's a must. Now he's thinking. Okay. Left. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. You have to drop one instrument in your life. In your life, drums or bass.
Drums.
Okay. Dreadlock or cheese cup?
To drop.
Yeah.
Cheese cup.
Okay. Okay. Playing music non-stop for the whole week without getting a rest, or not playing music for 10 days?
Playing music.
Thank you so very much, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. And Rosopeti Sabome. Now this music, right? According to you, right? Like reggae music, according to you, do you feel that it is given the respect it deserves?
Not as such. As you said earlier, that the radio stations, SABC, they're not playing reggae. So, and vaonori bunja batu reggae baitakarera. Unfortunately, abakokoni shikerera nganda bazori the radio stations zashu azukuitamba. So ngoralo ndingari aiko wana that.
Play. So, but what would you love to see in terms of reggae music?
Ndore nayo ifwe chikhala ufana na mimwe muzika uri kono swikelela bathu uyangafamba navo. So, but thank you so very much for coming. Rikolibuwa rezujia zuzwa interesa ne rena rikolibuwa urambiwa mtsani wa VMS Planet Radio. VMC sorry. Planet Radio. Yes, VMC Planet Radio. So rikolibuwa rumwe, and we thank you so much to the listeners. Rikoreka babere pandana witecheresa batecheresa muzika wabudi warige. Oh, okay. All right. Muruma. Yeah. Which is your favorite music? Style of music?
I don't have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite, no? Can you be able to play any other style of music?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But if you give yourself time, you can, ne?
Yeah.
Okay. Just few. What's matter before you leave, ne? Okay, let me not just mention names. A lot of people I see they clapping hands. A lot of people are saying thank you so very much. It is refreshing to have you.
Thank you.
And then someone says, I know Sivhara personally. I've attended his show. I first saw him in an international conference. Maybe they wanted to say concert. They say Pretoria Theatre. Have you ever played there?
Yeah, State Theatre. Yeah.
Okay, that's what they've written them. And then, okay, a lot of them are just clapping hands.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so very much, Rico Libuangamanda. Bokonoswika Radara Tamba Music. I am really very humbled by your presence.
Yeah, nane ndikopfa ndikolibuwa nodova ndatakalora ndotohuva nori ndigai.
Oh, okay.
Ndidova rabuya ndi haya.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Aunane angatakadza shango lote